I can't believe how much this show means to me, man. And it's about food.
Could I try some?
Over the past year, I've chronicled my experience watching Kamen Rider Gaboo for the first time as it aired live, and it's been a minute since the last one, but lord, we finished it. Let me start off by saying I was not feeling Master Gaboo when we first saw it. It absolutely was one of the ugliest looking final forms I'd laid eyes on because it just looked unfinished.
I don't even know what that is!
But the moment bro started zipping around like Sonic, I was eyes glued, ears open, dude. Plus the fact that Uncle Dente, may he rest in peace, made the bottle using most of his teeth. Bro, him basically giving his life to help Shoma succeed in the battle to protect humans from harm is one of the hardest things the show has conceived. I was up there singing My Shiny Teeth and Me at his funeral. One of my favorite things this show has done is how it's been able to unravel and uncover truths to each of the characters. Hanto finds out who killed his mom, and it ends up being a guy who is in a tough spot, regrets it, and only wants the best for humans, but Hanto still can't look past it because he killed his mom. The dude accepts his fate and they choose a time and place, and this serves as a massive point of growth for Hanto as he just lets the guy live.
Nice.
Realizing how much he himself has grown in regards to his relationship with Granutes and the discernment of their actions. This should also be remembered because he lets him go. He doesn't fight him, he just lets him go, and this happens again later on in the show, so keep that in mind. Shoma and Lakia being the key factors of his bond with Granutes and him understanding that they just want to live. There are those that want to harm, there are those that are only doing it because they're in a tough spot, they need to get out. So I just love that he's able to recognize that and move past that. Now the guy dies anyway, and Hanto still struggles to actually win a fight at any point in the show, but this moment was incredible. Hanto also then went on to have one of the stupidest, most pointless, boring mind control episodes in TV history, but I'll spare him for now.
Can I have a sip?
Then Lakia later on finds that the person that took his brother was the same person that took Uncle Dente's life, that being Grota, and she got her stuff rocked after they cooked up a new gochizo for him.
This one has a little sweetness to it.
You don't mess with family, and they meant that. It really broke my heart seeing Sachika having to grapple with the fact that the Granute she bonded with for much of the show had his life taken away. The grief affects her in a way we hadn't seen prior, and she saw him fresh after it happened. Her even asking Hanto if this is what it felt like to lose those close to them, as if she lost one of her own blood relatives. It's heartbreaking, but really illustrates just how integral she is. She's always there to help, prepping for Gochizo, keeping Dente company, and lending a safe home to return to. And the moment she's grieving someone else's family as though it's her own, they stop everything to tend to her. I love this cast. Shoma's evil family was getting taken out one by one, and a lot of the time by him, which is crazy. But what's even crazier is the reveal of the candy shop owner that Shoma frequented being his uncle, brother of his late mother, Bars. He ends up becoming not one of the main characters, but at least one of the main characters that we focus on in the latter episodes of the show. He finds out that Shoma, Hanto, and Lakia are Kamen Riders, but he again doesn't find out that he's related to Shoma, and I like that. I like when they're not just spewing all this information out, they let you sort of simmer in it. They let it just sort of happen, you know? I don't care about the Geldax, but Jeep dies and gets to spend eternity with Shita, so I guess that's nice. But Lizelle is left with her father being killed and her partner also dying and out on the street at the end of the finale crying, and this upset me so much more than it really should have. I originally went on a whole rant about how they left Lizelle all by herself in this way, but in reality, Shoma will likely approach her as he started making a new line of sweets to counter the dark treats. It's implied that he's going to every Granute still in the human world to cheer them up, and I wish we got a hint of that, maybe his arm showing up in front of her holding one of the sweets, because the last thing we see of Lizelle is her looking out and crying, and it broke my heart. I also had an issue with Amazing Gummy being a form that appeared in the penultimate episode and not the finale, as Kamen Rider often will have a last minute form reminiscent of the mascot form but meant to be stronger, and this seemed to be the case. But Amazing Gummy is based on Master Gaboo, but recolored, and is used to destroy Bolka, and in the finale the big bad ends up being Shoma's brother Lengo, and he's defeated with just Poppin' Gummy, and I did not understand this at all. But outside perspective was brought to me that this really was the strength of Shoma's inner self. He did go through almost a full form rush battling Lengo and chipping his health away, and Poppin' Gummy would have been the last little push needed to take him out for good. I gotta thank everyone that brought this to my attention and helped open my eyes to this, because I did not get that from the finale, and my enjoyment of it near skyrocketed after thinking it this way. It's also incredible to me that the Gochizo were all there for him the entire time. I've always loved the Gochizo and their sentient nature, and how they're literally like, they don't care what happens to them as long as Shoma gets to win in the end. Oh, I love them so much.
What a wholesome family.
In the end, Kamen Rider Gaboo was a show that I connected with in a way I did not expect. What initially started with me thinking he looked boring and uninspired journeyed through with amazing designs, character beats, and a story bent on loss and how to get through it. Everyone was dealing with something, whether it being a loved one being taken away or secrets being withheld, learning to trust in those that have your best interest in mind and to trust your gut when you feel there's nowhere to go. There's always at least one person or thing that believes in you whether you do or not, and I feel that is the true spirit of this series. They're all a family. This whole team, Shoma, Hanto, Lakia, Sachika, they are one unit, and I love them so much. Kamen Rider Gaboo joins the ranks of Kamen Rider series that have left a mark on me, a memory to hold on to, especially with how much has happened just in my own personal life alongside his airing. Truly a series I'll never forget. Ever. Austin, Autistic Disney, Chaco, Emilia, Gwen, Ian, Jake, Luke, Manny, Matt, Prima Donna, Thomas,